Time for July's hauls, everyone. Today we're going to cover some of the fragrances that I've gotten that are new. First impressions. You guys know the drill. I do this every month for you guys, sometimes twice, sometimes even 3 times. So if you guys want to check out these new releases, stay tuned. They are up next. Welcome back to another video. I'm 𝗥𝗿𝗄𝗏. If you love to smell great and make a great first impression, this is the right place to be. If you do enjoy the channel, leave a like, touch the little subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit the little bell so you get these videos straight into your feed. 8 brand new releases we're going to talk about today. I'm going to tell you guys what I get out of them, if it's worth you guys checking out. There's a new one from Nautica. There's a 𝗕𝗂𝗋𝗄𝗏 𝗕𝗂𝗋𝗿𝗄𝗏, which is still like the #1 seller at Amazon. Got fragrances from Guerlain, fragrances from Caron. Tons of new releases to talk about today. Let me know in the comments right now. Stop the video. Let me know what are the most anticipated 2022 releases that you guys are looking forward to trying and finding out about. Go ahead, comment below. By the way, guys, before I started shooting the video, I did take the wraps off because I wanted to save time. This is going to be Jimmy Choo Man Aqua, the brand new one from Jimmy Choo, which I have to be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of this brand. I think they're quote unquote cheaply made and performance is not there. They smell good for the most part, of course. They take really nice scent profiles and DNA that are really nice, so they are really good. I would put these kind of like the 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗏𝗏 of the world. Smells good, but don't have great performance. Let's see what this one is all about. This is Jimmy Choo Aqua Man, the newest one, which is supposed to be like a marine, aquatic type of a scent. And that's exactly what this is. It's very nice. You're gonna have that cologne, not cologne, but cologne, which is that, synthetic, profile, which is going to be very beachy, very marine-like, that sea breeze accord. It is very compelling, very easy to wear. It's your typical blue aquatic cologne. It smells good from a first impression standpoint on smell alone. I don't know what the performance is going to be. I'm going to give this one a 6.5 out of 10 just because this is another one of those more of the same. Next up, we have Nautica Oceans Pacific Coast. Big name. Now let's see how this one here compares with the other Nauticas, which, to be honest with you, outside of that particular one creation from 𝗿𝗄𝗏, which we all know, 𝗕𝗂𝗏𝗿𝗄𝗏, which took the fragrance world by storm for a cheapie that performed great, smelled amazing. They haven't really released anything great over the past few years. So this one here, Pacific Oceans, let's see what this one is all about. Sprays are actually okay. And again, this is going to be another one of those cheapies, blue aquatic scents, a little bit sweeter than Jimmy Choo Aqua. So there's a very nice, prominent grapefruit, very sweet up front here, which is nice. I guess you could say has nuances of Aqua from 𝗵𝗏𝗏 Aqua. Not the same, but has some nuances with that sweet tonka and Broxton, grapefruit up top. It smells good. It's not a clone of that fragrance because there is a darker marine sea breeze note that I'm getting here that I don't get with 𝗵𝗏𝗏 Aqua. So this is actually pretty good. I think if performance is nice, this is going to be like a 7 out of 10. Pretty good release, not great, but actually nice. And because you can get this fairly cheap, I think this is actually a good fragrance for someone who's just looking for something to grab and go, a nice work scent, something that you don't have to think too much. This will get you smelling well. Next up, we have a new one, and by gosh, Joop has been very busy over the last 2 years. Here's another flanker of a flanker. This is Joop Homme Le Parfum. I guess everyone's doing that. The next one to expect from this brand is probably an elixir fragrance, which I'm sure will come very soon, or a noir, who knows. This is going to be Le Parfum, which looks beautiful. I love that purple juice, love the darker cap. Very similar to all the other bottles except for the color scheme, which is going to be the gold with the dark juice. Really cool. Let's see what this one is all about. I'm very curious. Love the notes on this one. There's pralines in the note. There is iris in the note. So I'm thinking, is this going to be like a gourmand version of the Joops that we know, which is already a little bit gourmand because it's very syrupy heavy on the vanilla and lavender combination. This will stain your clothes, by the way. Be careful. The strip is just purple as I spray this on. This is nice, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about performance, but the smell, I do enjoy this one. The smell here on the first impression, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Really enjoying this one. Of course, I got to wear on skin, see how it's going to develop. It's going to be one of those fragrances better suited for night wear, dressier occasions, and of course, seasons fall and winter. But on the first impression, this one smells pretty dope. 2 brand new fragrances from Caron. Now, Caron is a fragrance brand that's been around for a long time. And this one here is actually 2 fragrances back to back. We have Pour un Homme de Caron, Pour un Homme de Caron. These are all flankers of the original Pour un Homme de Caron. This one's Le Matin and this one's Le Soir, for the day and for the night. Very curious. I love the brand. It's a brand that's been around for many years, since 1904. Parisian brand. So let's check these out. The bottles look pretty cool, but again, taking notes from all the Caron fragrances. This one here is like a milky, minty green for the day. So I'm thinking maybe it's going to be like a minty fest, and I'm very hopeful for that. And here's the night one, which is this dark teal kind of a bottle, almost black. So let's take them for a test drive. Obviously, we're going to start with the day one here, Pour un homme de Caron Le Matin, or for the day in French. Wow, this is nice. I don't think it's going to be a very powerful fragrance. This is going to be one of those that you have to heavily spray and spray your clothes to get somewhat of a good performance. But the smell is very nice. I get this really nice, bright and sparkly, not quite minty, but almost like a cardamom spiciness up top here with some fruits, some citruses. And there's definitely a nice woody undertone coming through. So this is a good, I'm thinking there's vetiver here. So this is a good woody aromatic fragrance that's gonna be great, as the name implies, for the day wear, office wear, dressed down or dressed up. If you wanna convey a very elegant, sophisticated vibe that's easy to wear, I think this one here will get you covered. And of course, I'm more excited about the evening one here, Le Soir, because of the note breakdown. It seems to have lavender, iris, cypress, darker, woodier facets and resins, which I am very fond of. So let's see what this one's all about, guys. All right, so this is one of those fragrances that I love. It has this sharp combination of notes. I don't know if there's juniper berries in here, but there's something astringent here that's almost boozy-like, but the iris is definitely here. There's a little bit of a soapy vibe. What I'm getting here, and get this, it's gonna be funny here, but that's what I'm getting. I'm getting a darker version of the L'Homme from Prada, minus the dark leather that you get with the intense version of that fragrance. So it's like you took, L'Homme, from Prada, and you added these resinous and almost boozy facets. So very similar to the discontinued Prada L'Homme Intense, guys. But really good stuff here, worth checking out. I'm giving this one also a 7.5 out of 10. It smells quite good, but if you own some fragrances that are, darker, resinous with the iris note and some, cypress, leathery undertones, perhaps this could be redundant, but I think it's worth trying. There's some facets here that are particularly unique to this scent. All right, before I give you the last 3 first impressions of these new releases, I'm gonna let you guys know and remind you that you can try before you buy it. 𝗕𝗘𝗏, the best place to find 𝗕𝗘𝗏s of fragrances to try before you buy it. Perfume.com, giveaways, ton of stuff. If you join the Perfume crew, extra discounts, not only at Perfume.com, but also with our partner, 𝗿𝗏𝗏𝗏. All details below, guys. If you're a fragrance lover, don't miss out. Next up, we have a new flanker, yet another flanker from Cool Water. This is Davidoff's Cool Water Reborn, a brand new fragrance. Now, when you look at the note breakdown, because all of the other Cool Waters were always this aquatic, blue type of a fragrance, this one here, when you look at the notes, it's giving you a resin, it's giving you juniper berries, and it's giving you vetiver. So it seems like they're gonna go away, even though this is a flanker, from the original scent DNA. Let's see what this one's all about, guys. This is gonna be a darker, grayish blue kind of a bottle, not as blue as the original. And the scent itself, it is nice. I do get a very nice vetiver here that's fruity, easy to wear, in the same vein as your very wearable vetiver fragrances like Dunhill Icon for Man. Those easy vetivers to feel, elegant, sophisticated when you're dressed up or dressed down. This is one of those grab and go, pick it up, you're gonna smell good. There's rosemary here as well. There is an herbal undertone. It is a green scent rather than a blue scent, but it also has some blue aquatic tinges that are not listed as notes. It is good, guys. On the first scent alone, this is going to be an 8 out of 10, guys. It smells quite good. If performance is good here, this could potentially be an 8.5 or 9. I really enjoy the scent on this one, guys. Reborn by Cool Water / Davidoff, another flanker of the popular Cool Water. Next up, a new one from the Aqua Allegoria from Guerlain. This is going to be Aqua Allegoria Neroli Vetiver, not to be confused with their 2000 release, Neroli Floros, but this one here is a brand new release, 2022, which is basically a white floral fragrance with neroli and of course the vetiver, which I love. I'm always looking for unique and new vetiver fragrances that I will fall in love with because it is one of my favorite notes and fragrances. So beautiful sprayer here. It has the gorgeous quality of Guerlain fragrances. What comes to mind is a more floral and woody version of Colonia 4711. So if you like, Neroli Portofino from Tom Ford, if you like, the Colonia 4711 genre of fragrances, you will really enjoy this one. The vetiver here is really predominant. It will come through as it warms with your body chemistry. So I think it's going to be a great one with that vetiver and floral, neroli, orangey kind of undertone. This is good, guys. I'm really looking forward to checking this out. Perhaps if I had gotten this one earlier this year, it would have made either spring or summer of this year because it is quite a good one for what it does. Oh, by the way, rating for this one, I'm gonna say 7.5 out of 10. It's not very unique, and perhaps the performance is good. It'll push it up to an 8. By the way, guys, this next one is a little confusing. I have to be honest with you. I got a little confused myself. This is a 2022 release from Narciso Rodriguez. This is For Him Bleu Noir Parfum. There is a 2018 Bleu Noir 𝗿𝗏𝗏𝗏, a 2015 Bleu Noir 𝗿𝗏𝗏𝗏, 2020 For Him Bleu Noir 𝗿𝗏𝗏𝗏 Extreme. So it is freaking confusing. This one here, For Him Bleu Noir Parfum edition. So let's see what this one is all about. By the way, I like all of the Bleu Noirs, but my favorite is the For Him, the original For Him. I think is the best one. It's got that beautiful woody vetiver, wet cement kind of a vibe, which is great to wear for rainy days. So let's see what this one here is all about. I love Narciso Rodriguez. I think it's right up there with your Issey Miyake's, your Cartier's. It's one of those very underrated designer brands that you can actually find good quality fragrances, to buy for affordable prices. So this is really nice, guys. It reminds me of something I can't quite put my finger on, but while I'm editing the video, if I remember, I'll pop it on the screen for you guys. But it's got this beautiful vetiver here. Again, another vetiver-based scent. Perhaps some lavender. Very sharp here, a little more mature. I don't think a teenager or a young person will really enjoy this one because it has this very nice, mature, not aged, but definitely more mature vibe to the scent, which I think it's normal and common with all the Narciso Rodriguez, by the way. So this is really good, guys. I'm getting a vetiver with leather as it's warming up here and developing here. Again, the strip is not going to develop much. I really need to wear this on skin, but the combination of notes here, the cardamom, the iris, the leather, the vetiver, I think this is going to be a great one. This is awesome. This is an all year round signature scent kind of a stuff. Nothing here is really bold and brash and hard to wear, but in fact, it's blended to perfection. I have to say again, Narciso Rodriguez is one of those brands that you guys should not dismiss. Quality stuff for really good pricing. And this one here, I'm even at 8.5 out of 10 on first scent impression. This is good stuff. All right, everyone, even though this is not really a niche related video, I think all the first impressions here and new releases were from designer brands. That's okay. I really want to remind you guys of Scent Explorer. It's the international niche hybrid event of the year happening December 2nd and 3rd, New York City, but you can also take the event in via virtual. Again, all details below. Check out the website and don't miss out, guys. If you're in the US, you're gonna get samples bag, giveaways, trips to Oman. I mean, there's a ton of things happening for you guys. Every year we try to give more to give the community and to bring people together, and I really truly hope to see you guys in person in New York City this December. As always, details below, codes, discounts, anything and everything related to fragrance to keep you guys in the know in the description of the video, so don't miss out. As always, guys, pick your fragrances wisely and wear what truly moves you. I'll see you again right here very soon. Take care.